Good afternoon and welcome to Tiger Field here on the campus of Bentonville High School as we get you set for an afternoon of baseball with the Heritage War Eagles taking on your Bentonville Tigers. Hello everyone, I'm John McElroy and we have a beautiful afternoon for high school baseball here in the 6A West. As you can see, the coaches down at the plate having the plate conference with the umpires. So that means we are just about set here for baseball in Bentonville. Well, while we have a moment, let's go over the starting lineups for today's game. First, for the visiting Heritage War Eagles. Leading off for the War Eagles, the center fielder, number 7, Cooper Mann. Batting second, playing second base, number 1, Joe Walker. Batting third for Heritage, playing left field, number 20, Boston Graber. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 27, Joe Martinez. The designated hitter, batting fifth, number 23, Roni Acosta. Batting sixth, playing shortstop. And we're going to step aside as we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance here.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, well, there's our national anthem. We are just about set for play. Let me go ahead and go back over the starting lineups again for the Heritage War Eagles. Batting first, the center fielder, number 7, Cooper Mann. Batting second, the second baseman, number 1, Joe Walker. Batting third, the left fielder, number 20, Boston Graber. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 27, Joe Martinez. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 23, Roni Acosta. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 6, Easton Royal. Batting seventh, the pitcher, number 5, Jacob Ham. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 10, Wyatt Easley. And batting ninth for the War Eagles, the catcher, number 2, Thatch Dover. Playing right field, not hitting today, will be number 9, Jacob Lees. And now, for the starting lineups for your Bentonville Tigers. Leading off for the Tigers, playing center field, number 12, Boyce Reed. Batting second, playing right field, number 14, Hayden Oliver. Batting third, the first baseman, number 24, Will Carmichael. The designated hitter for the Tigers in the four-hole, number 1, Casey Christ. Batting fifth for Bentonville, the third baseman, number 11, Connor Davis. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 4, Arya Waker. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 3, Bodie Gist. Batting eighth for the Tigers, the catcher, number 10, Evan Martinez. And batting ninth for the Tigers, the shortstop, number 8, Cade Campbell. On the mound today for the Tigers will be number 9, Noah Bollinger. Well, you can see the Tigers making their way now onto the field. And we are just about set here. Big game for the Tigers today. 5-5 in conference play. So they would like to get above 500 today in conference play. Kind of look at the standings. Rogers Heritage leading conference play 7-2 on the year. Fayetteville and Rogers knotted up at 6-2 in conference play. Harbor 7-3. Then you have Bentonville West 6-5. The Tigers 5-5, and then Northside at 2-6, and Southside at 2-6, and Springdale still winless at 0-10. So a two-game series. Today's game played here at Bentonville, and they'll do it again tomorrow over at Rogers Heritage. So the Tigers looking to come away with a series sweep against first place Rogers Heritage. Glad to have you with us on the Bentonville Tigers Athletics YouTube channel, Bentonville Tiger Athletics. And all of you watching on the Bentonville Tiger app also can catch us on the website at gobentonvilletigers.com. I'd like to thank our student live stream crew today. Beverly Harrington up here starting out on the production board, and Nadia Clark, she's on the main shot that you see right there. They'll be trading back and forth this afternoon, and glad to have them along today to bring this broadcast to you. Okay. So leading it off for the War Eagles will be the center fielder, number 7, Cooper Mann. Cooper Mann will stand in from the right side, awaiting the pitch from Noah Bollinger. Bollinger's first pitch, it's going to be high and out for ball 1. Just underway here from Bentonville. First pitch, 5:02 p.m. Bollinger working from the stretch, the lefty to the right-handed Cooper Mann. Fastball that's going to be hit to the right side, just foul outside of the reach of Will Carmichael. That'll leave in the count at 1 apiece, 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful afternoon here in northwest Arkansas. Temp around 74 degrees, light breeze. And that ball's going to be hit out towards center field. Boyce Reed gets a beat on it, gets underneath it, makes the catch. Boyce Reed kind of coming in on that one. I think at first he thought it was a little harder off the bat and kind of stuck his glove out there at the last minute, made a great catch. So 1 down now here in the top of the first. And that'll bring number 1, Joe Walker, the Heritage second baseman, to the plate. Lefty on lefty matchup. And Bollinger's first pitch to Joe Walker is going to be downstairs for ball 1. And that one just misses outside. And Walker will count 2 balls, no strikes. 2-1 count. That one's going to miss downstairs, and that'll run the count to 3-1. Just underway here from Bentonville. One out here in the top of the first. So Bollinger now has run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Walker will take his stance. Bollinger looks in. On the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nice pitch by Noah Bollinger to get the second out here in the top of the first. And that'll bring the Heritage left fielder, number 20, Boston Graber, to the plate. Graber will stand in from the right side. Upstairs, ball 1. Bollinger's second pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Boston Graber, the Heritage left fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good off-speed pitch that time by Noah Bollinger. On the 2-1, Bollinger, he delivers right down the middle with the fastball, and that'll run the count to even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Graber asked for time. He has granted it, so we'll reset. Bollinger looks in for the signal. Now he sets. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be fouled over into 8th Street. Tell you what, Bollinger, very methodic. Not getting in any hurry against these batters. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Oh, nice breaking ball by Noah Bollinger. He struck him out looking, and the Tigers set him down in order here in the top of the first. Well, we played a half inning, no score in the ball game. Tigers coming up next. We'll be back with you on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they've weathered every storm for over 30 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Okay, we welcome you back here to Bentonville, where we are going to the bottom of the first inning. No score in the ball game. Tigers set down the War Eagles in order back in the top of the first. So the Tigers now will try their hand at it in the bottom of the first. And we'll have Boyce Reed, Hayden Oliver, and Will Carmichael. Leading off for the Tigers, you'll see number 12, Boyce Reed, the center fielder. He'll stand in from the left side. He'll be facing the right-hander, Jacob Ham. First pitch to Boyce Reed is going to be a fastball in there for called strike 1. Second pitch, that's going to be on the outside corner, fastball, called strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Boyce Reed. Reed's going to hit that over to the right side. That'll be taken by JoJo Martinez. He'll take first by himself, 1 out for the Tigers.
Up next for the Tigers, number 14, Hayden Oliver.
So that'll bring number 14, Hayden Oliver, to the plate. Oliver playing right field today. Again, he'll stand in from the left side facing the right-handed Jacob Ham. Ham working from the stretch. Here's the first pitch. That one upstairs, ball 1. Ham runs that inside on Oliver. And Hayden up in the count now, 2-0. Good take that time by Hayden Oliver. Checked his swing, held up right there. That was high for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. And on the 3-0, Ham gets the called strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be high and out, ball 4. Hayden Oliver draws the walk, and the Tigers have something going here in the bottom of the first.
Up next for the Tigers, number 24, Will Carmichael.
So that'll bring Will Carmichael to the plate, number 24. Will's playing first base today for the Tigers. And he'll have Hayden Oliver on first base. Oliver's going to take his lead as Ham will work out of the stretch. And we know Hayden Oliver's got a little speed down there. So we'll see how the Tigers play it. And good shot by Will Carmichael. That's down for a base hit out in left field. Oliver will hold up at second, but Will Carmichael, what a nice piece of hitting there on the first pitch by Jacob Ham.
Up next for the Tigers, number 1, Casey Chris.
So the designated hitter for Bentonville, Casey Chris, now will come to the plate with runners on first and second. Again, see how the Tigers want to play this with the 1 out. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oliver takes his lead at second base. Carmichael takes his lead at first. Ham checks the runner, delivers the pitch. Breaking ball. It's going to be fouled off over the Heritage dugout. Out of play. That'll run the count to 0-2 on Casey Christ. No balls, 2 strikes. Ham checks the runner. Now he delivers. That one's going to be outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's hit to the left side, taken by the shortstop. He'll throw over to second for 1 and will not complete the double play. So Casey Christ hits into a fielder's choice. Carmichael thrown out at second base. But now Bentonville has runners at the corners with 2 outs. And that'll bring Connor Davis here to the plate. Davis will hit one over to the left side. That's a great play by Wyatt Easley. That ball was not hit very sharply. Easley stayed back on it, but was able to throw over to JoJo Martinez for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Tigers leave a couple stranded. We played 1, no score in the ball game. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Buy your dream home with the convenience of the Our Best Home for Me app. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
Okay, we welcome you back here to Bentonville. We're going to the top of the second. Number 27, JoJo Martinez, will lead it off for the War Eagles. Noah Bollinger on the mound. Looking in to Martinez. Here's the first pitch, Martinez. That's going to be fouled off back to the screen for strike 1. Well, Bollinger set him down in order back in the top of the first. Tigers got a couple of runners on in the bottom of the first, but couldn't push anybody across the plate, so we've got no score in the ball game. Bollinger, he's not going to get in a hurry. He's been effective to this point. That pitch is going to miss outside, now leaving the count at 1 apiece. Nice backdoor breaking ball that time by Noah Bollinger. That one, I think, kind of fooled Martinez. And now Bollinger will work ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bollinger getting the signals, and he'll set. On the 1-2, he delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that is the 3rd strikeout recorded so far for Noah Bollinger. Looked very, very sharp here in the early going. So the designated hitter, Roni Marte Acosta, number 23, will come to the plate. He'll stand in from the right side. First pitch to Acosta, called strike. Good off-speed pitch by Bollinger. He's mixing it up really well, and he's heading count 0-2. You could see Acosta way out in front of that one. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was going to be hit weakly to the left side, taken by the third baseman. Across, cannot make the throw. Connor Davis's throw sails wide and goes into the out-of-play area, so they'll give Acosta second base on the throwing error.
Up next for the War Eagles, number 6, Easton Royal.
So Heritage has their first base runner. And they'll score at E5. So that'll bring Easton Royal, the shortstop, to the plate. First pitch to Royal. Fastball, strike 1. Acosta will take his lead down at second. Not much of a lead. Don't know if Acosta is really a threat to steal. If he is, he's not taking much of a lead. One ball, 1 strike to Easton Royal. That one's going to be fouled out of play. Carr coming on. That's going to be close. I think the baseball got down right before the car ran in front of it. But more importantly, that'll move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Easton Royal. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Heritage with their base runner at second base. Acosta takes his lead. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside, and that'll even count 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind starting to pick up a little bit here at Tiger Field. Bollinger now on the 2-2. That one's hit over to the right side to Carmichael. He'll step on first. Acosta's going to advance to second, but that's the second out here now in the top of the second inning. So that'll bring the Heritage pitcher, number 5, Jacob Ham, to the plate. Acosta, he'll take his lead at third base. Noah Bollinger, been very sharp here in the early going. 3 strikeouts on the afternoon just in the second inning. And that one's going to be hit weakly over to the left side. That'll be taken by the shortstop. Cade Campbell throws across to Carmichael. Score at 6-3 on the putout, and the Tigers get out of the inning. So we played 1.5, still no score in the ball game. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they've weathered every storm for over 30 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Okay, we'd like to welcome you back here to Bentonville. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Still no score in the ball game. John McElroy here with you. And we are excited to be bringing you 6A West Conference baseball this afternoon. And leading it off for the Bentonville Tigers will be number 4, Aria Waker. First pitch to Waker. It's going to brush him back a little bit, high and inside for ball 1. And Waker is going to kind of pop that one up into shallow center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Aria Waker just getting the bat on the ball, and Bentonville has their leadoff hitter on base. I'll tell you what, you can say this about Aria Waker. This young man, every time we cover a game out here, he finds a way to get on base. Makes contact, makes good things happen. Well, that'll bring number 3, Bodie Gist, to the plate. Gist will stand in from the left side. Ham's first pitch to Gist. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Waker will take his lead down at first. And that one's going to be downstairs. Gist showed bunt, but pulled back as that was out of the zone. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Bodie Gist as Waker once again takes his lead at first. Ham working out of the stretch. And he'll throw over. Waker back in safely. And that was going to be hit well out towards center field, but Cooper Mann going back, he's going to make the catch, and Waker will make his way back to first. Well hit ball that time by Bodie Gist, but just hit it right at Cooper Mann. So Evan Martinez, the Bentonville catcher, he'll come to the plate. Ham throws over. Waker back in safely. Good pitch that time by Jacob Ham. Swing and a miss by Martinez. And it's no balls, 1 strike. Waker, he's running. Bunt offered at it, and Waker's going to be in with the stolen base. Evan Martinez, that time for Bentonville, offered bunt, missed it. The catcher, Thatch Dover, kind of plugged one into the turf, and Waker safely into second. So Bentonville now with the runner in scoring position, but an 0-2 count on Evan Martinez. Ham steps off. He's calling for a new signal from the catcher, Thatch Dover. He'll set. That ball misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that breaking ball gets in there, called strike 3 looking on Evan Martinez. And that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the second. So that'll bring Cade Campbell now to the plate. And Campbell's going to hit that through the short third gap. Waker's coming around third. He's going to be held up, but a good piece of hitting that time by Cade Campbell, who drives the first pitch between the shortstop and the third baseman. Bentonville's third hit of the ball game. And that'll bring Bentonville's leadoff hitter up, Boyce Reed. Reed grounded out to the first baseman back in the top of the first. But he's got a runner in scoring position. Runners at the corners for Bentonville. Campbell will take his lead at first. Waker at third. Ham looks in. Here's the pitch to Reed. And Cade Campbell is going to take second base. Defensive indifference right there. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Boyce Reed on a 1-0 count. That one downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Reed's going to hit this one over to the right side. That is going to go foul, and that was probably a good thing. JoJo Martinez, if that had been fair, he would have been an easy play for Martinez. So that'll leave him the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. With a base hit, Boyce Reed could potentially turn this into a 2-0 ball game. Jacob Ham now. He'll set on the 2-2. He delivers. That one's going to be downstairs. Close pitch right there, but misses just low. And that'll run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. On the 3-2. Ham sets, delivers. And that was going to be hit over toward the second baseman. He'll field it. Throw over to Martinez, and that will end the Tiger threat here in the bottom of the second. Well, we've played 2, still no score. We'll be back in just a moment here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Buy your dream home with the convenience of the Arvest Home for Me app. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
The roof is a home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
All right, welcome back here to Bentonville as we get set to go to the top of the third. No score in the ball game. The War Eagles, no runs, no hits, no errors. Tigers, no runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the ball game. And leading off for the War Eagles to begin the top of the third inning will be number 10, Wyatt Easley. Easley playing third base today for Heritage, facing Noah Bollinger. Easley shows bunt on the first pitch. He'll foul that one off back to the screen. A 1 count. Bollinger up to 30 pitches on his pitch count. That one's going to be hit over to the left side. That's taken by Connor Davis. He's going to throw over to Carmichael. And great job by Will Carmichael digging it out to record the first out here in the top of the third. Scored 5-3 on the putout and 1 down here in the top of the third. That'll bring Thatch Dover, the Heritage catcher, to the plate. Dover stands in from the right side. And I'm not sure I've seen that. Looked like Bollinger was trying to deliver, and ball didn't come out of his hand. It stayed in his mitt. Stayed in his glove, so no pitch. He's working from the stretch, nobody on base. Now Bollinger's first pitch to Thatch Dover is going to be upstairs, ball 1. And Dover offers bunt, misses, so that'll even count at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bollinger's pitch misses low. And now Dover will work ahead in the count 2-1. And again, Dover shows bunt, offers at it, and that'll run the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bollinger sets on the 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be fouled off back to the screen. Bollinger's retired 6 of his first 7 hitters. Trying to make it 7 right here. 2-2 count on Wyatt Easley. I'm sorry, Thatch Dover. Pardon me. On the 2-2. Tried to get a breaking ball in there. Tried to backdoor that one. Missed just outside. So that'll run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of chatter from both dugouts right now. And that one missed outside, and Thatch Dover draws a walk. First walk of the day allowed by Noah Bollinger, and Heritage has got a base runner.
First for Heritage, number 7, Cooper Mann.
So that brings us back to the top of the Heritage order. Cooper Mann, who flew out to center field his first time at bat. Dover will take his lead at first. Thatch Dover is the catcher. A lot of times you'll see a courtesy runner come in for the pitcher or the catcher, but that must mean Dover's got a little speed. They're going to leave him in the ball game. They won't courtesy run for him. Kind of a short lead. Bollinger will come to the plate. That one paints the corner for called strike 1. That was a nice pitch by Bollinger. Just needs to live right there. Not a real big lead by Dover down at first. That one was hit to Connor Davis, let that one through, and that'll be scored an error, the second error of the ball game for Bentonville. And now the War Eagles will have runners on first and second. So now Joe Walker will come to the plate. The Heritage second baseman. Struck out his first time up, but he's got 2 base runners, man on first and second. Nice pitch that time by Bollinger. That fooled Joe Walker. And now Evan Martinez going to come out, have a word with his pitcher. Cooper Mann down at first. Thatch Dover at second base. No balls, 1 strike to Joe Walker. Runners will take their lead. Shows bunt. Pulls back. That one's going to miss outside for ball 1. I think that might have been what Martinez was talking to Bollinger about, was if they offered bunt, let's go ahead and throw that one outside, maybe catch the runner going. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Not a bad idea by Evan Martinez if that was the case. And bunt is shown, and Martinez, tell you what, he's going to keep Thatch Dover honest down there at second. Threw down, try to catch Dover sleeping down there. Board shows 1 ball, 2 strikes to Joe Walker. Bollinger checks the runner. Now delivers. That one misses outside, and that'll even things up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the third. Dover will take his lead at second. Mann takes his lead at first. Bollinger looks in to Joe Walker. Now Walker calls time. He's granted it. He'll step out. We'll reset and do it again. Walker will foul that one back to the screen. Stays alive. Bollinger now in a little bit of a jam. See if he can work out of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Joe Walker. He delivers. Now it's going to be hit to the left side, taken by Cade Campbell for 1. Waker over to Carmichael for 2. Double play, Bentonville. Nice job by Cade Campbell. Score at 6-4-3 on the double play, and the Tigers get out of the inning. All right, we've played 2.5, no score in the ball game. We'll be back for the bottom of the third here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
Goodbye, 9 to 5. Hello, startup. So long, IOU. Hello, settled up. So long, someday. Hello, moving day. Finance and grow a business. Easily pay friends. And quickly check loan status with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
All right, we welcome you back here to Tiger Field here on the campus of Bentonville High School for 6A West Conference baseball action. We are going to the bottom of the third inning. No score in the ball game. Tigers up to bat. Due up for the Tigers this inning, number 14, Hayden Oliver, number 24, Will Carmichael, and number 1, Casey Christ. Okay, so it'll be Hayden Oliver leading it off now for the Tigers. He'll stand in from the left side, facing Jacob Ham. Hayden Oliver drew a walk his last time up. He'll try to get it going for the Tigers right here. That one's going to be downstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Hayden Oliver. And so far today, Hayden Oliver hasn't had a lot to hit at. That'll be chopped off to the right side, out of play. Two balls, 1 strike to the Bentonville right fielder. Oliver will foul that one off, and that'll run the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bentonville with 3 hits in the ball game, but haven't been able to push a run across just yet. On the 2-2, Oliver's going to hit that one kind of softly. That'll be a tough play for the shortstop. Oliver's going to beat that out, and Oliver will get to take second base as that one goes out of play here at Tiger Field. So I think our official scores, well, I was just about to say they were going to score a base hit, infield single, but the official scores, they call that E6. So well, he gets a infield single, but an error on the throw to reach second. Maybe that's how we scored. And the first pitch by Ham to Will Carmichael, that'll be outside for ball one. I don't know. I'm going to have to check with the official score. That could be an infield single, but a throw reaching second on the errant throw. And Oliver took off. That is hit high and deep to left field, going back at the wall. Boston Graber cannot come up with it. And Hayden Oliver will score, and Will Carmichael has an RBI double. He'll walk into second base, and Bentonville is on top, 1-0. Big shot by Will Carmichael. Tell you what, if that wind is blowing out a little harder today, I think that one gets out of here. But Carmichael drives in the first run of the game, and Bentonville's on top 1-0. That'll bring Casey Christ to the plate. Christ tries to check his swing, couldn't hold up, and that'll be a strike one. Christ hit into a fielder's choice back in the top of the first, but he's got a runner in scoring position trying to make something happen right here. Carmichael will take his lead at second. Christ will foul that one off into 8th Street, and he'll be down in the count 0-2, no balls, 2 strikes. Carmichael takes his lead. Ham checks the runner. Now he's going to throw back. Carmichael safely back into second. Tell you, Hayden Oliver, when he was on second base, had taken off on the hit by Will Carmichael, but he kind of had to hold up just a little bit just to make sure that Boston Graber out in left field didn't catch it, but scored easily. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Casey Christ. He's going to hit that one toward the gap in left center. That one's going to be down for a base hit. Carmichael coming around third. He will score, and Casey Christ, he's going to try for third. Christ, here's a play at third, and he is out. Casey Christ with a nice shot, but a good job of Heritage outfield getting that back into play. Christ got a little greedy there, 1 and 3rd, but give him the RBI, and the Bentonville Tigers now are up 2-0. And that brings Connor Davis now to the plate. First pitch to Davis, ball 1. That's a nice shot. That's going to get into left center field, and Connor Davis has a base hit. So the Bentonville Tigers getting the bats going here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Aria Waker now comes to the plate. Waker 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Hit a single out towards center field his last time at the plate. And Waker's going to hit that out toward right field, but that ball is going to tail off, foul ball out of play. Two to nothing Bentonville. 6 hits on the afternoon. Ham looks in. Now he's he's got the runner off, leaning off base. They've got him in the rundown now, and Connor Davis is going to be tagged out in the pickle. And that'll be the second out in the inning. So caught Connor Davis leaning over there. He got in the rundown, and 2 outs now for Bentonville. And Waker now will foul that one back into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes. Ham sets on the 0-2. Here's the pitch. That one outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Arya Waker, the Bentonville second baseman. Waker's going to drive that out toward the right field, but that's going to be right at Jacob Lees. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out in the inning. Well, the Tigers score 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. They have a 2-0 lead. We're going to go to the top of the 4th inning here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Oh.
Jack Links Jerky. Feed your wild side.
And I'm gonna need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Oh! Hey! Woo! Oh, missed me.
Jack Links Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Okay, we welcome you back here as we start the top of the 4th inning. Bentonville on top, 2-0. John McElroy here with you. And leading it off for the War Eagles will be the left fielder, number 20, Boston Graber. He'll face Noah Bollinger, who starts the top of the 4th with 46 pitches on the afternoon. Looked really sharp. Bollinger looks in. First pitch to Bollinger. It was strike 1. Second pitch to Graber, called strike 2. Graber 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out back in the top of the 1st inning. And he'll be facing an 0-2 count as Noah Bollinger, the left-hander, gets set. No balls, 2 strikes to Boston Graber. That one's going to be hit up the middle. Cade Campbell's going to throw over to Carmichael. What a play by Cade Campbell. Showing some range right there, and Campbell makes a really nice play Tell you what, dives for it right there, but makes a good throw to Will Carmichael to record the first out here in the top of the fourth inning. So now it'll be JoJo Martinez, the Heritage first baseman. Martinez struck out his first time up back in the top of the second. That's a nice breaking ball to start off Martinez. Bollinger tried to go inside, trying to run one in on the hands of Martinez right there, misses. And that'll leave him the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's going to be hit at Ari Waker. He backhands it, throws over to Carmichael. Easy play, scored 4-3 on the putout. Nice job by Ari Waker. So Bollinger now has retired the first 2 batters here in the top of the fourth, and he'll be facing Rony Marte Acosta. Acosta reached on an error back in the top of the second inning. And Acosta's going to hit that one hard through the third base shortstop gap. And he'll have a single. So Easton Royal, who grounded out to Carmichael back in the top of the second, he'll stand in from the right side with Acosta on first base. He's going to hit that right back at Noah Bollinger. Nice play by Bollinger. Look what I've got. Throws over to Carmichael to retire the side. Well, we played 3.5. Tigers on top, 2-0. We'll come back for the bottom of the fourth here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
At Grand Savings Bank, we're committed to supporting and growing with our communities by sponsoring local teams and offering a comprehensive suite of financial services, all tailored to meet your needs. Join us in supporting our teams and experience banking to help you live grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Jacqueline's Jerky, feed your wild side.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way.
Come on in and see for yourself.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Oh, look who it is. Mr. Sasquatch. Whoa. Hey! Ooh. Missed me. That's my truck.
Jack Links Jerky, feed your wild side.
Welcome back to Bentonville, where we're going to the bottom of the fourth inning. Tigers on top, 2-0. And leading it off for the Tigers to start the bottom of the fourth will be the left fielder, number 3, Bodie Gist. Gist, Martinez, Campbell due up for the Tigers. Jacob Ham's first pitch to Bodie Gist, downstairs, ball 1. Heritage, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error in the ball game. Tigers, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Second pitch, Gist does a good job to check his swing right there. That one a bit outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, 1 strike. And that one's going to get the inside of the plate. And that'll run the count to 2-2. That one misses just high. And that'll run the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Evan Martinez on deck. Ham sets. He delivers. And that one's going to miss, or that one actually is going to be a called strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. I don't think Bodie Gist was very happy about that call, but a strike nonetheless, and that's 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th.
The Tigers, number 10, Evan Martinez.
So Evan Martinez struck out back in the bottom of the 2nd, looking for his first hit of the ball game. And Ham's first pitch to Martinez, fastball on the outside half, strike 1. Swing and a miss. Quickly, Martinez down in the count, 0-2. And looks at a 3rd strike. And quickly now, 2 outs for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th. So if the Tigers are going to do anything here in the bottom of the 4th, it's going to be up to the shortstop, number 8, Cade Campbell. Campbell will stand in from the right side against Jacob Ham. First pitch to Campbell is going to be hit over toward the right side. Right fielder giving chase and can't quite make it there. Hey, Jacob Lee's over there covering a lot of ground. Ball falls foul, strike 1. Campbell's going to foul that one off to the right side, and first baseman giving chase, and that'll be out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one misses low. Good take that time by Cade Campbell. Campbell's made a couple of great plays from his shortstop position on the afternoon. On the 1-2, that one is way outside. That'll even things up at 2 apiece. Jacob Ham delivers, tries to get a breaking ball in there, but Campbell staying tough, fouls that one off into 8th Street. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be a called strike 3, and that'll do it for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th. Well, we played 4. Tigers still on top, 2-0. We'll come back for the top of the 5th here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Goodbye, 9 to 5. Hello, startup. So long, IOU. Hello, settled up. So long, someday. Hello, moving day. Finance and grow a business. Easily pay friends. And quickly check loan status with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Jacqueline's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
All right, we are back here in Bentonville where we're going to the top of the 5th inning. Tigers on top, 2-0. And leading it off for the War Eagles here as we start the top of the 5th will be Jacob Ham, the Heritage pitcher. Ham grounded out to the shortstop his first time at bat. And once again, he'll face Noah Bollinger. First pitch to Jacob Ham. That's going to be inside. Ham showed bunt, pulled back, ball 1. That one a miss outside, and that'll run the count to 2 balls, no strikes. Misses high now, and that'll run the count to 3 balls, no strikes to Jacob Ham. Tell you what, Noah Bollinger has been very sharp this afternoon. He's only allowed 1 hit. But he faces a 3-0 count now on Jacob Ham. That one's in there. Strike 1. Bollinger sets. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to catch the corner. And Bollinger has worked it back to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jacob Ham. Last 2 pitches, Ham's not taking the bat off his shoulders. We've got a full count. Bollinger sets, looks in. He delivers. That one's going to miss inside, ball 4, and Jacob Ham's going to draw a leadoff walk.
Up next for Heritage number 10, Wyatt Easley.
Only the second walk given up today by Noah Bollinger. And Heritage is going to send in a courtesy runner for Jacob Ham. That will be number 3, Keaton Cincinnati. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Keaton Cincinnati, number 3, comes into courtesy run for the Heritage War Eagles. He'll take his lead over at first. Not much of a lead, as Wyatt Easley will stand in from the right side to face Noah Bollinger. Bollinger's first pitch going to get in there for a strike. Cincinnati takes his lead. And Easley will hit that one over to the right side, out of play. Bollinger now works ahead, no balls, 2 strikes to Wyatt Easley. Wyatt Easley grounded out his first time up to the third baseman. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Cincinci leads off at first. Bollinger delivers on the 0-2. That one misses inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the 1-2. That one misses just outside. That'll run the count to even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bollinger will throw over. Cincinnati safely back in. Bentonville 2, Heritage nothing. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wyatt Easley. That one is hit sharply out toward left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And Cincinnati's into second, and Wyatt Easley has a single, and now Heritage has a little something working here in the top of the 5th inning. It looks like Coach Jeremy Woody is going to come out and have a conversation with Noah Bollinger. Well, Bollinger has looked very, very sharp here through 4 innings, but a leadoff walk and a single down left field, and Heritage has got a couple of base runners. And actually next up for the Heritage War Eagles will be the catcher, Thatch Dover. Dover walked his first time at bat back in the top of the 3rd. But he'll come to the plate now with 2 base runners on. And we'll see how Coach Brian Walker wants to play this one. Thatch Dover, the 9-hole hitter, we'll see if he'll try to bunt a couple of base runners over right here. I've got to imagine that's probably what we'll see in a 2-run ball game. So Thatch Dover now at the plate. He'll stand in from the right side. And Bentonville is going to try the wheel play right there. Trying to catch Cincinci. Excuse me on that name pronunciation. I hope I'm getting that right. Tried to catch him sleeping right there. He gets back in safely. So we'll reset and do it again. Bentonville infield playing in just a little bit. Expecting the bunt. And there's the bunt. That is popped up behind the plate. Evan Martinez giving chase, but won't be able to get there. So that'll be strike 1 to Thatch Dover. Yeah, it looks like Brian Walker, head coach of the Heritage War Eagles, trying to move the runners into scoring position, or both runners into scoring position, that is. And now it looks like Heritage coach wants to have a conversation with the umpire. I thought he was wanting to have a conversation, maybe just wanting to have a conversation with Dover. Kind of talking about the situation. I've got to expect that Dover will offer at it again. Okay, here we go. No balls. 1 strike to Thatch Dover. Runners on first and second. They take their leads. Corners for Bentonville playing in, expecting bunt. Will Carmichael coming in hard, and that one is fouled off back to the screen, so that'll be no balls, 2 strikes. And got to think the bunt's off right here. Okay, no balls, 2 strikes to Dover. Bollinger checks the runners. Dover still offering bunt, and he's going to get one down, goes right back to Bollinger. He'll go over to Carmichael. I'm sorry, Waker, who was covering first. Carmichael was coming in to fill the bunt. Bunt goes back to Bollinger. He'll throw over to Waker for the out, but does advance the runners to second and third. Score at 1-4 on the putout. The War Eagles have 2 runners now in scoring position with Cooper Mann, the leadoff hitter, up to bat. Mann flew out to center field back in the top of the first, reached on an error back in the top of the third. Runners take their lead. Bollinger delivers, swing and a miss, strike 1. Bentonville with a 2-0 lead. But Heritage threatening right here. That one comes inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it looks like, I think that's head coach Brian Walker is talking to the umpire. I think he wants a pinch runner. Well, maybe that's not the case. He came up, yeah, there's a pinch runner coming in for, I believe that's Wyatt Easley. So that'll be number 14 coming into pinch run for Wyatt Easley. Get you a name and number. That's Braxton Graber. I'm assuming that's the brother of Boston Graber. He'll come in. Now, you could re-enter one time in high school baseball, so Braxton Graber will come in to run for Wyatt Easley. And Bollinger, his pitch, good breaking ball that gets in there for called strike 2. Cooper Mann with a 1-2 count. Bollinger looks in as the runners take their lead. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be fouled back to the screen. Well, Cooper Mann doesn't have a base hit today, but he has contacted the ball twice. Bollinger right now looking for a way to slip one by him. On the 1-2, Bollinger delivers. That one just misses. Oh, I'll tell you, Tiger Nation felt like that is one they should have had right there. And I don't blame them. So that'll run the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bollinger put that in a great spot. So on the 2-2, maybe backdoor breaking ball in here. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be hit toward Campbell. Campbell's going to throw over to third, and Connor Davis can't come up with the baseball, and 2 runs are going to score. We've got a tie ball game as Cooper Mann will take second base.
Next for Heritage, number 1, Joe Walker.
They scored an error on the shortstop. The errant throw over to Connor Davis. That'll be the third Tiger error in the ball game. So Joe Walker now, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. He'll go down the count 0-1. So the third Tiger error of the ball game makes it a 2-2 tie. Mann will take his lead at second base. Pretty good lead, and he's going to go, and that one's going to be hit toward Cade Campbell. He'll take it. He's going to throw to the plate to Evan Martinez. Throw is offline, and Heritage takes the lead as Cooper Mann, who was stealing third base. The ball was hit to Campbell. Campbell tried to make the play at home, but a little better throw. I think he might have got him. But Heritage now with a 3-2 lead. And that'll bring number 20, Boston Graber, to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And Waker tries to come up with it. Steps on second, over to first. Cade Campbell picks up the ball, dropped by Aria Waker, was able to step on second to get the runner, and then throw over to Carmichael to complete the double play to get out of the inning. So the War Eagles score a run, or score three runs, and it is Heritage 3, Bentonville 2. We'll come back in just a moment for the bottom of the fifth inning here on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Jacqueline's Turkey, feed your wild side. Jacqueline's Turkey, feed your wild side.
Welcome back to Tiger Field. As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, crooked number put up by the War Eagles back in the top of the fifth to take a 3-2 lead over your Bentonville Tigers. John McElroy here with you. 6A West Conference Baseball action live here on the Bentonville Tigers Athletics YouTube channel. And leading it off for the Bentonville Tigers to start the bottom of the fifth will be the leadoff hitter for Bentonville, number 12, Boyce Reed. Reed 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Grounded out to first, back in the top of the first. Grounded out to second base, back in the top of the second. And the first pitch to Boyce Reed is going to be in there for strike one. Jacob Ham's gone all the way for the War Eagles. He's at 68 pitches at this point. 1 ball, 1 strike to Boyce Reed. That one high and out. Now Reed will have a 2-1 count. That one misses out. That'll run the count to 3 balls, 1 strike, and Tigers need a base runner right here. That one's high and up, and Boyce Reed draws the leadoff walk.
Up next for the Tigers, number 14, Hayden Oliver.
So Heritage, back in the top of the fifth, they drew a leadoff walk, and it resulted in 3 runs. Let's see maybe if the Tigers can do something like that right here. It'll be number 14, Hayden Oliver now. He'll stand in from the left side as Reed takes his lead at first base. Big lead right there by Boyce Reed. As Jacob Ham looks in, here's the pitch, and Hayden Oliver showed bunt. Fouled that one back toward the screen. It'll be strike 1. Oliver walked his first time at bat, reached on the air to the shortstop last time up. Let's see if he offers bunt again. Reed not quite as big a lead this time. And Oliver's going to bunt that right back at the pitcher. He's going to go over to second base, and that'll be mishandled by the second baseman, and everybody's safe. Pitcher kind of bounced one in front of the second baseman. He couldn't hang on, and Bentonville now with 2 base runners with Will Carmichael. They'll scored an error on the pitcher, and that's the second error in the ball game by the Heritage War Eagles. So Will Carmichael now, he'll come up with runners on first and second, and looks like Coach Brian Walker, head coach of the Heritage War Eagles, is going to come out to have a conversation. Don't see any activity in the Heritage bullpen. Doesn't mean they might not pull somebody out of position to come in and pitch, but we'll see if it's just going to be a talk about the situation or if, and I think that's what it's going to be. I think Coach Walker wants to get the defense set. Got to think Carmichael, or Heritage probably expecting bunt out of Carmichael. Try to move these runners over. Tight ball game, 3-2, Heritage on top. But Bentonville with a couple of base runners here in the bottom of the fifth. Hayden Oliver laid that bunt down, went right back at the pitcher. Try not to bunt those things at the pitcher. And the pitcher, he did probably what he needed to do, went to second. A better throw, he could have had him. They might have had a double play. I don't know. Oliver's pretty quick. But an errant throw by the pitcher that goes out into center field. And now Bentonville's got 2 base runners on with Will Carmichael at the plate. And now the home plate umpire, he's having a conversation with the Heritage coaching staff. Okay. And after all that, we'll reset. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. That's Reed on second. Hayden Oliver, he'll take his lead at first base. And it's Will Carmichael to face Jacob Ham. First pitch by Ham to Carmichael's fouled off to the screen. Strike 1. Good ball game here this afternoon. 1-run game here in the 5th inning. This one's scheduled for 7. And that one is going to miss low and out. Good job by Thatch Dover to block that one off. Block that one up. If he doesn't block that one up, Bentonville's got 2 runners in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ham. He's going to throw back. Reed back in safely. Boyce Reed's going to hit that high into the air out toward right field. Jacob Lee's coming underneath it. He makes the catch, but both runners are going to advance for Bentonville. So just as good as a bunt right there as Will Carmichael flies out to right field, but that's going to send Boyce Reed and Hayden Oliver. Both of them now will be in scoring position. So the designated hitter, number 1, Casey Christ, will be up to bat. Christ with a double last inning, tried to go to third, was thrown out at third, but hit a deep shot last time up. And Christ going to hit this over to the left side, and that is going to be taken by Easley. He'll throw over to first. Runners can't advance. Scored 5-3 on the putout. And now there are 2 outs in the inning. So Connor Davis now. If Bentonville is going to tie it up or retake the lead, it's going to be up to number 11, Connor Davis. Grounded out the first time at bat. Singled to left center field last time. And Davis is going to hit that high into the air. JoJo Martinez coming over. He's underneath it. Martinez is going to make the catch for the 3rd out in the inning. Well, we played 5. Heritage on top, 3-2. We'll come back for the top of the 6th here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Foster Roofing has been assisting Arkansas homeowners as they've weathered every storm for over 30 years. Foster Roofing is a family-owned, locally operated company providing expert professional roofing services. For your roof repair, choose local, licensed, and professional. Choose Foster Roofing.
When you're looking for a new car, you want to shop for a vehicle you love with an organization you trust. You've probably heard that McCarty Daniel means making deals, but what I'm inspired by the most is that McCarty Daniel means making a difference in our community. When you buy a vehicle with McCarty Daniel, you reinvest right here in the community, in our schools, in our little leagues, in our food banks, and our people. So you're not just making a purchase, you're making a difference too. Come see us at any of our 6 locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Buy your dream home with the convenience of the Arvest Home for Me app. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Okay, we welcome you back here to Bentonville as we go to the top of the 6th, and a new pitcher for Bentonville. That's number 35, Luke Berry, who will come in for Noah Bollinger. Well, Noah Bollinger with a great performance, only giving up 2 hits, but 3-2 score. Bollinger cannot be the winner. Could be the loser unless the Tigers come back and retake the lead. But a great job today by Noah Bollinger. Thought he was phenomenal. Just gave up 2 hits. Story of the ball game right now, Tigers with 3 errors, and they're down 3-2.
First this inning for Heritage, number 27, JoJo Martinez.
Okay, so to lead it off for the War Eagles will be the first baseman, number 27, JoJo Martinez. Barry will work from the windup. His first pitch to Martinez. It's going to be on the outside corner for called strike 1. Good pitch by Luke Berry. Martinez 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Struck out his first time at bat, grounded out to the second baseman his last time up. As Berry now looks in on the 0-1 count. He delivers. And that one's going to be at high into the air. Shortstop Cade Campbell going back, and he's going to make the play in shallow left center, and that'll be the first out in the inning.
Up next for Heritage number 6, Easton Royal.
So Easton Royal, number 23, Roni Marte Acosta, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. Acosta reached on an error back in the top of the second. Hit a single last time at bat. Good pitch, nice breaking pitch that time by Luke Berry. That fooled Acosta. He was way out in front of that. No balls, one strike. Pretty nice breaking ball right there. Just misses outside, hoping to maybe get Acosta chasing that one. That'll even things up at one apiece. Moving into the late innings of the ball game. Tigers down by 1. Luke Berry now looks in, delivers on the 1-1. Tries to get a breaking ball in there, just misses. That'll move the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Tell you what, Acosta looks like one of those batters you don't want to put one up in the zone. Big young man right there. Here's the 2-1. That one downstairs, ball 3. You can tell Luke Berry is trying to be really careful here with Roni Acosta. But he's at 3-1 count right now. Looks like he's probably going to have to come to him. Three balls, 2 strikes to Roni Acosta, the designated hitter. Luke Berry looks in. Here's the pitch. That one's going to miss outside, and Acosta draws a walk.
Next for Heritage number 6, Easton Royal.
And looks like a runner is coming in for Acosta. Did not get a number. I think that may be number 11. And let's see. Looks like that is Cade Miller, if I've got the number correct. I apologize. Can't really see the number on his jersey from my vantage point. Thought it might be number 11, but we'll see if we can get confirmation on that. He's coming in to run for Acosta. That may be number 13, James Robinson. Well, he'll take his lead. Pretty good lead over at first against Luke Berry. And at the plate is Easton Royal, number 6. First pitch of Royal's outside for ball 1. I think that's number 13, James Robinson, who is in to run for Roni Acosta. So Robinson will take his lead at first. And the second pitch to Royal is going to be hit over the right side, and Hayden Oliver giving chase. He makes the play. Hayden Oliver showing some range out there, makes the play. A lot of ground here in foul territory at Tiger Field, and Hayden Oliver gets over there, gives chase, and makes the second out of the inning for Bentonville. And so that'll bring Jacob Ham to the plate, the Heritage pitcher. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. Robinson takes his lead at first. Berry delivers the first pitch. Called strike on the corner. Luke Berry now working from the stretch as Robinson takes his lead. Runner goes, and Ham lays down a bunt over to the left side. Good play by Connor Davis. Throws across, gets the third out of the inning, and the Tigers are out of this inning. So we played 5.5. Tigers down 3-2. We'll come back for the bottom of the sixth here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
The roof is the home's main defense against the elements, so services like upkeep, repairs, and upgrades are vital. David's Roofing is the only roofing contractor in Northwest Arkansas that has the prestigious Select Shingle Master rating from Certainty. With David's Roofing, your roof is in good hands.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold.
Welcome back. We're going to the bottom of the sixth inning in a one-run ball game. Tigers down 3-2 against the Heritage War Eagles. Tigers 5-5 in conference play. They're trying to get above 500. The Rogers Heritage War Eagles on top of the conference standings, 7-2. And due up for the Tigers here in the bottom of the sixth will be the six-hole hitter, Aria Waker, then Bodie Gist, then Evan Martinez. So Jacob Ham, who's gone all the way for Heritage, he'll start the bottom of the sixth against the Bentonville second baseman, Aria Waker. Waker will stand in from the right side. Ham's first pitch to Waker. Catches the inside corner, strike one. And that one, a breaking ball that gets in there. I'll tell you what, Waker doesn't swing at too many bad pitches, but that looked a bit out of the zone, but Waker now down 0-2. You can see Waker right there protecting on that fastball that looked a bit outside, but 0-2, you got to take a little different approach, and Arya still down 0-2 in the count. Ham working out of the stretch. He sets. Here's the pitch. And Waker's going to hit that out into center field, and that will get down for a base hit. What a piece of hitting on two strikes by Aria Waker. Took a first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Took a second breaking ball that was questionable, got down 0-2 in the count. Fouled a fastball off that was outside to stay alive, and then just puts a bat on the ball right there and gets a single. It looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Aria Waker, and that is number 19. We'll see if we can get you a number for that young man, or a name, I'm sorry. That is Aiden Greth. Aiden Greth now on to pinch run for Aria Waker as Bodie Gist comes to the plate. Greth takes his lead. Ham throws over. Greth safely back in. Bodie Gist, 0 for 2 on the afternoon, lined out to center, struck out last time at bat. trying to give the Tigers the lead. He's going to lay a bunt down over on the right side. That's going to be fielded by Ham. He'll throw over to Martinez, but Greth will advance to second on the sacrifice bunt. So now the Tigers with a runner in scoring position.
Up next for the Tigers, number 10, Evan Martinez.
Good play by Jacob Ham to field his position and get it over to Martinez. Scored 1-3 on the putout, and now Evan Martinez at the plate with a runner in scoring position. And Martinez swing and miss at a breaking ball for strike one. Martinez 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the day, but he's got a runner in scoring position that could tie this game if he could barrel one up. Here's the pitch, and that one misses just low. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck, Cade Campbell. That one's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Jacob Ham works ahead in the count. Aiden Greth will take his lead at second base. Ham getting the signal. Now he comes to set. Here's the pitch. That one. And Martinez looks at a third strike. Catcher drops it, but I guess the umpire said Martinez gave himself up. Or maybe, yeah, I think Coach Jeremy Woody down at third is asking the umpire if it was strike 3. He dropped it. Martinez kind of hesitated but then took off, but I'm guessing the umpire was saying he gave himself up and called him out. So with 2 outs now, this will bring Cade Campbell to the plate. Campbell's going to hit that high out towards center field. Cooper Mann coming in. He's going to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will retire the side for the Tigers. So after 6 innings, Tigers down by a run, 3-2. We'll come back for the 7th inning here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Goodbye, 9 to 5. Hello, startup. So long, IOU. Hello, settled up. So long, someday. Hello, moving day. Finance and grow a business. Easily pay friends. And quickly check loan status with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Oh. Oh no!
Jack Links Jerky. Feed your wild side.
And I'm gonna need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy
Good to
National
see ya.
Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
All right, we are back here for the 7th inning, top of the 7th. Bentonville down a run, 3-2 against conference-leading Rogers Heritage. Leading it off for the Heritage War Eagles will be number 10, Wyatt Easley. 8-9-1 due up for the War Eagles here in the top of the 7th. Easley with a single out to left field his last time at bat. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Facing Luke Berry. Berry will work out of the windup. First pitch by Berry is going to be fouled off over to the left side. Strike 1. No balls, one strike to Wyatt Easley. And that one's going to be in there in the upper part of the zone, called strike. No balls, two strikes to the Heritage third baseman.
All right, you got 5 minutes, and then I'm leaving. 7 o'clock, and I cut it off.
Your reminder going to go off that bedtime?
Yep. No, I already know.
You're not used to softball, baseball. We're actually doing pretty good so far. I mean, this ain't bad.
And that one misses just upstairs. That'll move the count to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Has played full top 2 teams this week, and then the number 1 team down at Manalesa.
Are they going down there?
RED won't let them bring him up here. Couldn't afford him, so.
I'd like to go there and watch that game, but it's hard to drive 5.5 hours there and 5 hours.
Barry now delivers on the 1-2. And that one fouled off into 8th Street.
They sold that house. They bought a 5,000 square foot house in Taos and condo thing in San Antonio.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Wyatt Easley. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, Easley gets a piece of it, fouls it off toward the Tiger dugout, stays alive with 2 strikes. Heritage, 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors in the ball game. Tigers, 2 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors in the ball game. That one's going to miss downstairs, and that'll even the count at 2 apiece.
And the boy?
Fort Collins.
Good.
I think he's living in their new house because he's doing some of the projects for them.
Good.
On the 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one gets away from catcher Evan Martinez, and that'll run the count to full. Give Wyatt Easley some credit right here. Got down in the count 0-2, but has worked it back to full count. So Barry will set. There's the payoff pitch. That one misses just inside, and Wyatt Easley draws a leadoff walk.
The War Eagles, number 2, Thatch Dover.
So that'll bring the catcher for Heritage, number 2, Thatch Dover, to the plate. Thatch Dover, 0 for 1 on the afternoon, drew a walk back in the top of the 3rd. Easley takes his lead at first as Luke Berry now works from the stretch. Dover shows bunt. He laid down a bunt back in the top of the 5th inning, bunted right back at the pitcher. Was out at first base.
He's a big kid.
And then a big kid from Key Ridge. He played it.
He did. Is he still old school?
He's virtual. Okay. He virtual.
And called, I think that was a called strike. Yeah. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Easley takes his lead at first as Barry looks in. He sets. Here's the pitch. Dover offers at it. And that's strike 2.
He was a defensive back, played basketball, great kid, good family.
He's the best kid for Kirksey.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Thatch Dover, the 9-hole hitter for the Heritage War Eagles. Martinez picks that one out of the turf. Run the count to 2-2. That one's fouled back to the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Easily takes his lead. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on an off-speed pitch. Nice pitch that time by Luke Berry.
Up next for Heritage, number 7, Cooper Mann.
So that'll bring the top of the order for the Heritage War Eagles up to the plate. Cooper Mann, the Heritage center fielder. He'll come to the plate with the man on first base. Easily takes his lead. First pitch to Mann. Nice breaking ball by Berry. Strike 1. Well, Mann is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Flew out to center field his first at bat and has reached on errors the last 2 times up. So dangerous hitter. He's made contact. So Luke Berry's got to be really careful right here with Cooper Mann. Trying to keep it a 1-run game to have a chance in the bottom of the 7th. And looks like a balk was called by the home plate umpire on Luke Berry, and so White easily takes his base at second. And I apologize, folks. I didn't see exactly what happened to draw the balk call, but that's what it was. So no balls, 1 strike to Cooper Mann. And that pitch hits him. Berry tries to get a breaking ball in there, but starts it too far inside, and Cooper Mann's going to take base at first.
Next for Heritage, number 1, Joe Walker.
And it looks like Jeremy Woody will come to the mound, and looks like the Tigers are going to make a pitching change. Hey, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. And when we return, we'll tell you about who's the new pitcher for Bentonville. We'll be back in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Oh! Hey! Woo! Oh, missed me.
Jack Links Jerky. Feed your wild side. At Grand Savings Bank, we're committed to supporting and growing with our communities by sponsoring local teams and offering a comprehensive suite of financial services, all tailored to meet your needs. Join us in supporting our teams and experience banking to help you live grand. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Jack Links Jerky. Feed your wild side.
First Western has been here since 1910. We've earned our reputation not just by what we do, but by the way we do it. We call it the First Western way.
Come on in and see for yourself.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Oh, look who it is! Mr. Sasquatch! Whoa! Hey! Ooh, missed me. That's my truck.
Jack Links Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Okay, we are back here in Bentonville where we've had a pitching change. Coming into pitch now for the Bentonville Tigers will be number 7, Louis Ruda. Ruda, the right-handed pitcher, well, he'll come in relief of number 35, Luke Berry. And when we return to action, the War Eagles are going to have runners on first and second with 1 out. So Bentonville hoping to bring Ruda in and try to get a couple outs to get out of the jam right here and keep it a 1-run game going to the bottom of the 7th. Okay, up to bat now will be number 1, Joe Walker. Walker will stand in from the left side with runners on first and second. And first pitch to Walker's hit high into left field. Bodie Gist coming in. He makes the play for the second out of the inning. So, tell you what, Ruda coming in, first pitch. Throws a fly ball to Bodie Gist, and now we have 2 outs in the inning. So Boston Graber now, he'll come in, stand in from the right side to face Louis Ruda. Wyatt Easley will take his lead down at second. Cooper Mann takes his lead at first. Ruda's first pitch to Graber. Nice breaking ball. Gets in there for strike 1. Graber 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Hit into a double play last time up. Ruda checks the runner. Now delivers. Another breaking ball, and Graber's like, wow. He's looked at 2 exact breaking balls that have broken down into the zone for a strike, and now he's down 0-2 in the count. Graber's going to foul that one back into Martinez, and the umpire coming out to give Martinez just a little break to kind of gather himself. Martinez looks to be fine. So 3 pitches now to Boston Graber, 2 good breaking balls that he looked at for strikes, and a foul tip. We've got an 0-2 count. Now, if I'm Louis Ruda, I try to throw that breaking ball again. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners take their lead. Here's the pitch. The breaking ball, and that one is hit over foul to the left side. Well, that's exactly what he tried to do, but this time Graber was able to get a piece of it. Louis Ruda trying to get the Tigers out of the inning to give them a chance in the bottom of the 7th. That one's hit to the left side. Connor Davis, he'll field it, step on third, and Ruda does exactly what he came in to do. Gets the Tigers out of the inning. Tigers are down 1. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th here in just a moment on GoBentonvilleTigers.com.
Goodbye, 9 to 5. Hello, startup. So long, IOU. Hello, settled up. So long, someday. Hello, moving day. Finance and grow a business. Easily pay friends. And quickly check loan status with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye, limits. Hello, possibilities.
Okay, we are back with you for the bottom of the 7th inning. Tigers needing a run to keep this one going. Heritage, 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors in the ballgame. Bentonville, 2 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors in the ballgame. And due up for the Tigers will be 1, 2, 3, Boyce Reed, Hayden Oliver, and Will Carmichael. Jacob Ham comes out for the bottom of the 7th inning. He's gone all the way for the War Eagles. He'll start the inning with 90 pitches. Of course, under high school federation rules, he can go up to 110. If he gets there, finish the batter. Boyce Reed now, last time up, drew a leadoff walk. See if he can do it again right here. First pitch to Reed, that's upstairs for ball 1. Leadoff walk, base hit, whatever. Tigers need base runners. Jacob Ham set to deliver. Reed's going to hit that one out towards center field, but it's going to go right at Cooper Mann. Tell you what, it's good contact that time by Boyce Reed, but an easy play for Cooper Mann as it came right to him. So 1 out now here in the bottom of the 7th, and the Tigers are down to the last 2 outs in the ball game. So Hayden Oliver now, he'll stand in from the left side, and he'll hit that one at Joe Walker. Walker will throw over to first to Martinez. Scored 4-3 on the putout, and that means the Tigers are now down to their last out of the ball game.
Next for the Tigers, number 24, Will Carmichael.
So it'll be Will Carmichael. That'll need to reach base safely if the Tigers are going to still have a chance in this one. Carmichael doubled back in the bottom of the 3rd, flew out to right field last time up. Carmichael's going to pop that one up. Right fielder Jacob Lee's coming underneath it, and that will be the ball game. Well, the Tigers lose a heartbreaker here today, 3-2 to the Heritage War Eagles. Well, these guys will go again tomorrow over at Heritage, and the Tigers looking to split the series tomorrow with the Heritage War Eagles. Well, folks, appreciate you joining us here this afternoon for 6A West Conference Baseball. We hope you have